Welcome to Islamic Tales Hub. Today we bring you one of the most frightening and lesson-filled stories ever recorded in history. This is no myth. It is a real account mentioned in the Holy Qur'an. It tells of a community who claimed to believe in Allah but tried to deceive him with clever tricks. They pretended to obey, but in reality their hearts were tied to greed, not the fear of Allah. Some voices among them gave reminders calling out, "Do not do this," but most ignored those warnings. Eventually the day of punishment arrived. One morning they awoke to find themselves no longer human. Remember, Allah is patient. He grants time, but He owes nothing to anyone. Those who try to cheat Allah only end up destroying themselves. This true incident took place in the era of Prophet Dawood, AS, concerning a group from Bani Israel. It is filled with heavy lessons for all generations. Before we begin, a short reminder. If you enjoy these Islamic stories, please subscribe and support our channel. Your help allows us to spread these messages further. May Allah reward you all. Now let us start. A heavy shadow fell upon the children of Israel, but it was not a shadow of evil, it was a shadow of justice. This was the time of Dawood AS. His name stood not only for a man, but for the conscience of an entire people. In Al-Quds, Jerusalem, his recitation of the Zabur echoed through valleys and mountains, so moving that even stones and birds stilled in awe. There was a heavenly secret in his voice, yet despite his power as king, Dawood AS was humble. He crafted his own armor with his hands. His strength was such that creation itself obeyed him by Allah's will. His kingdom stretched far beyond Jerusalem. He ruled over hearts, but blessings can turn into trials. The people of Israel, carrying the trust from Musa, AS, slowly grew weary. Their hearts became lazy. One of the biggest tests given to them was the command of Sabbath, the Sabbath. They were forbidden to work or fish on Saturday. That day was meant only for worship and obedience to Allah. They had promised to respect this law, however, promises weaken over time. This community, mostly fishermen, grew restless. Every time they cast their nets, the sea gave them little. But on Saturdays, the ocean transformed. Fish swarmed near the shore in great numbers, glittering in the water, almost begging to be caught. And yet, that was precisely the day Allah forbade them to fish. This was their test. The Qur'an tells us clearly. The fish came to them openly on their Sabbath, but vanished on other days. This was Allah's way of testing their patience and sincerity. At first, most held back, controlling themselves. But Satan whispered, "You are not forbidden from catching the fish, only from eating them that day." Then came the trick. Cast your nets Friday night, collect them Sunday morning. No fishing on Saturday, right? No law broken. This excuse spread quickly. At first a few tried it, then dozens. Soon, nearly the whole town was throwing nets on Friday evening and gathering fish Sunday morning. To outsiders, they looked obedient. But in reality, they had disobeyed Allah's command. They thought they had outsmarted the law. The Prophet himself warned against such tricks, saying, "Do not make haram things halal with deceit." Like the people of Dawood did. The town now split into three groups, those who openly used the trick and disobeyed, those who kept silent and gave no warnings, those who truly feared Allah and warned the others. The believing group cried out, "Do not fool yourselves. You cannot trick Allah. This is not obedience, this is rebellion." But their words fell on deaf ears. Prophets blinded the wrongdoers. Their kitchens were full, their homes rich, and their hearts deaf. The silent group, meanwhile, argued with the warners. They said, "Why bother? These people are doomed. Why waste time advising them?" But the warners replied, "We advise so that we fulfill our duty before Allah, and maybe, just maybe, some of them will repent." When no one listened, and most continued their deceit, the believing group realized punishment was close. They separated themselves with a wall, distancing from the sinners. Then one morning silence fell. Not a single sound came from behind the wall, and then the punishment was revealed. By Allah's will, those who disobeyed were transformed into despised monkeys. The Qur'an says, when they ignored all warnings, we saved those who forbade evil, and we seized the wrongdoers with a painful punishment. And again, be apes, despised and rejected. Those once proud and arrogant were now humiliated creatures. Tafsir explains this was a real, physical transformation. Ibn Abbas, R.A., said they were turned into monkeys and pigs. They lived for only a few days, wandering in misery, recognized by their families, but unable to speak as humans. Then they all perished, leaving behind no descendants. The animals we see today are not their offspring. Some scholars say even the silent group shared in the punishment, since the Qur'an mentions only the advising believers as saved. Remaining quiet in the face of sin can be a crime in itself. This disaster became a lasting reminder. The Qur'an says, "So we made this a lesson for those who witnessed it, and for those who came after, and a reminder for the God-fearing." The story of the people of the Sabbath is not just for the children of Israel. It is a warning for all believers. It shows that no one can trick Allah. Haram remains haram, no matter what excuses we make. Those who hide behind clever tricks will face disgrace. It also teaches the importance of amr bil ma'ruf wa nahi anil munkar, enjoining good and forbidding evil. Only those who spoke out were saved. Silence can lead to sharing in sin. May Allah protect us from such rebellion, grant us sincerity and obedience, and make us among those who speak truth and stand against wrong. Ameen. If you wish this message to reach more people, please like this video, subscribe to Islamic Tales Hub, and share your dua in the comments. May Allah bless you all.